Welcome to yet another Cardano update. So before I talk about the short term, I want to show you guys something. So right now we are very close to getting a dev cross on the bull market support band, which might be a sign that Cardano has bottomed, and let me explain why. So in this video I will check out what happened the previous few times when we got dev crosses on the chart, and of course I will also talk about the short term and the long term potential of Cardano. So yeah, maybe subscribe and like, and I hope you enjoy. So if we check out what happened before this death cross, as you can see, we got one right here and the price then dumped to the downside and it went into a second wave move down. Now let me explain what a death cross is, in my terms at least. So basically, I think whenever we get a death cross, depending on where the market is, it can be a bullish or a bearish thing, and let me explain why. So here, for example, we went up in a first wave move high, and yeah, we got 5 waves up and we were ready to go down in a second wave. And what happened exactly after we went up in 5 waves? We got the death cross and then the price just went down. So this death cross right here was a sign that the price is about to do something. And let's check out what happened before that. As you can see, here we got a death cross, and what do you know? After we bottomed in the bear market low right here, we went up in a first wave move, then we went down into a second wave move down, which actually bottomed right here. And what happened after we bottomed in the second wave move down right here? A death cross pretty much appeared on the chart and the price then exploded to the upside. So this pretty much told us that something is about to happen. And then it did. I mean, something did happen after that. We went up in 5 waves and formed a first wave move to the upside. And let's continue. Here, for example, this was the bear market low, as I mentioned. We got a death cross exactly when the bear market low happened. And as you can see, this death cross, after we got it, we did not get a lower low than this right here, even though we had another death cross right here. So yeah, that's why I think this might give us an idea of what the market might be doing. Now, of course, I mean, here, for example, it almost got a death cross, but it did not really happen, so I cannot check that out. So let's continue. Here, for example, we got one. And when did it happen? Well, I think it actually happened in the B wave of the ABC down. So basically this is the A wave, then this was the B wave, and then we got a C wave. And yeah, what did it mean? Well, it most likely meant that the B wave was over, and yeah, what do you know? After that, we got the C wave down and continued dropping. Now, of course, I cannot really compare a bear market to a beginning of the bull market, so you cannot be certain, but I mean, everything I've shown you so far, I mean, each time we got a death cross, something major happened, depending on where the market was. So let's continue. This was the bull market, so basically, here we got one as well, and what do you know? After we hit the 5th wave high right here, and after we went down like, what was this? About 42%, we tried going up, as you can see. So we had a death cross and then the price tried going up, but then it failed. And yeah, we pretty much went into a bear market after that. And what do you know? This looks like the A wave of the bear market. And what happened before we got the A wave? Well, the death cross happened. Is this a coincidence? I don't know. And if you look at the all-time high of $3.10, you see that we got a death cross exactly when it happened. And after that, the price just dropped. So again, is this a coincidence? I don't think so. Now, of course, you could look at this right here, for example. Here we had a death cross and the price did not really do anything. But if you look at it closer, I mean, this right here was actually the high of the B wave, and this death cross pretty much told us that we will get a C wave as well. So yeah, the death cross does not tell us where the market will go. It only tells us that the market is about to do something, or it tells us that the structure is complete and the market is about to go in the opposite way of where it went in the previous few months. And here, for example, as you can see right here, we got a death cross, and what do you know? What happened after that? Well, the price pretty much exploded to the upside. So this was another sign that something more bullish might be happening. Now, let me get to this right here. So I do not believe this is where we are now in the cycle because, well, I believe this is where we are in the cycle and not here. And I have explained this a lot in my previous videos, so if you not understand why, just go watch them. And I mean, sure, we are not here in the cycle, but if you check out what happened here after we bottomed in the second wave move down, we got a death cross, and then of course after that the price still dropped a bit but not much, and after the death cross we went up a lot, and then we got another death cross, which I already mentioned, and then the price pretty much exploded to the upside. And here as well, I mean, look at this. We went down into this low right here, which this was the pandemic drop, and this was not really expected, so there was no death cross there. But after we got a death cross right here, as you can see, we were pretty much doing nothing for like 1 month. After that happened, we broke out and we got above the bull market support band, and yeah, the price just went to the upside like crazy. So do you understand what I'm saying? And also, this is where I think we are now in the cycle. As you can see, we got a death cross right here, which was not the low of the second wave. But even though this was not the low, it took like 1 to 2 months after this for the price to just go up. And in my opinion, it would have continued to go up, and this structure right here was actually a 1, 2, and 3 setup, but then it got invalidated because of the pandemic. So I think it would have continued to go up, but it didn't because of the pandemic, and then we had to restart the move. So this was another indicator that something is about to happen. And guess what? Something did happen. The price went from 3 cents to about 7.4 cents. So yeah, and of course the price then dropped a bit in the pandemic. Well, it dropped a lot in the pandemic, and then we recovered, and another death cross, and the price just exploded. So do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, right now we are very close to getting another one, which might be a sign that something is about to happen. Now, something interesting that I want to point out is if what happened in the past happens again, then we might get another low after the death cross happens, which it will not be that bullish, but if we do get a death cross and we get another low, that might be the final low before we go in the main third wave to the upside. Now let me talk about the short term for a second, because I know you guys want that as well. I know you are watching this chart 24 hours a day, so basically we might have bottomed in the second wave move down, but I cannot confirm that right now. And we went up in 2 waves right here, and it held support. As you can see, it bounced off the 0.382 extension. And I believe right now we are in the third wave move up right here, which should get to ideally at least like 40.7 cents. But it could go a bit higher, maybe to the 2.618 level at 45 cents. And this third wave move needs to have 5 waves up, and right now we might have bottomed in the second wave of this third wave right here. I mean, we went to the 50% extension, we almost touched it, as you can see, the 50% support level, so the low might be in. So if we want to confirm that the low is in, we need to go in a third wave right now of the third wave right here. And that third wave needs to get to at least 39.4 cents. So we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, let's also go on the daily so I can explain what this whole move right here is. Well, actually, no, let's continue right here. We tried going up in a 5-wave move to the upside right here after we thought we bottomed in the second wave right here, but then we got another low. So basically we tried going up, we went up in 5 waves right here, which formed a first wave move up. Then we tried hitting some support levels in the second wave, but then it failed and we got another low, which pretty much invalidated this whole move to the upside. And right now we just have to pretty much redo what happened right here and right here. So yeah, there's a lot of work to do, and this might take some time. This might take the entire month of August, if I'm being honest with you. So there's a lot you need to watch. And you have all of the support levels on the chart. And by the way, if you want access to all of the charts, all Patreons get access to them, so check that out. And let me explain where we are now in the cycle. So basically, we need a first wave move up, which will only be the first wave of the main third wave right here. And that first wave move up needs 5 waves up as well. And the first wave of the first wave right here is what I have on this chart right now. So the 5 waves that I want to see are the first wave of the first wave right here. And after we go up in these 5 waves, I might be able to confirm that the low is actually in. But until then, yeah, I will not be able to confirm anything. So if we want to go up in 5 waves, it should look something like this. So the first wave should get to maybe the bull market support band right here, maybe a bit above it, before getting a second wave, and then a third, and a fourth, and a fifth, to finish only the first wave move right here. And ideally, the first wave move right here goes above the high of the first wave move that we got after the bear market low, because that's what usually happens in a first wave of the main third wave. And just to remind you, well, actually let me get rid of some stuff right here. Just to remind you, I think we will start going up in a main third wave, which in my opinion, if we want to copy what happened in the previous cycle, should get to at least the 1.618 trend-based Fibonacci extension that I have on the chart, which is at $5.30. Now, of course, that might not happen again, but we can at least, we should at least get above the 100% Fibonacci retracement of the previous all-time high and the bear market low, because that's what happened in the previous cycle. And also, in the previous cycle, we went up in 5 waves, which formed a first wave move to the upside, and in the bear market, we went down into an ABC structure, which formed a second wave move down, which means right now we might be in a third wave move to the upside, and we already formed the first waves up of the third wave. So I believe if we do this, and if we go in the third and the fourth and the fifth right now, the price might actually get to like $8 to finish the third wave right here, which is going to be bullish, of course, but like I said in my previous videos, this right now is a whole PM count, so I need to see the third wave move up first, and then the fourth and the fifth, and if we do get a third, then, it's not going to be confirmation that we will get a fourth and a fifth, but it's going to look very similar to what happened here, so yeah, I think that's going to be a good indicator that we will get another 4 and a 5 to finish the cycle. So yeah, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like I said, make sure to check out our Patreon, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and I will see you in the next one.